What's going on, guys? Welcome to the video. Today I want to talk to you about Paul Pogba and what he has said yet again in the media. Now, I wasn't going to go into this, I wasn't going to make a video about it, I wasn't too bothered about it yesterday, but the more I think about it, the more I hear about it, it's getting to me. It's pissing me off, if I'm honest. Paul Pogba has been a figure at Manchester United that I've had hot and cold spells with. I do really like Pogba, and I think he's a very good player on his day. I do feel that he's not as consistent as he should be, as he's recognised as one of the best midfielders in the world. But I do feel that his consistency isn't the best. Now, when Paul Pogba goes off on international duty, I actually dread it. And why is because he chats shit to the media. He throws fuel to the fire. And last time he went out on international duty, this happened. Now, he was unhappy under Jose Mourinho, which is understandable. You're an unhappy player, you're not being treated well, and you say things to the media because deep down you do want to get a reaction, or you may even want to force a move. I don't blame him for what he did previously, because Jose Mourinho was holding him back. We saw it. As soon as Mourinho left, Paul Pogba came out of his shell and he did what we know he can do. But now that he said it again, now that I think about it, it has annoyed me. It's really pissed me off. So the quote he came out with, I'm going to read it from the laptop so I don't get it wrong. But he came out and said, "Real Madrid is a dream club for everyone, and there is Zidane, who is the coach. And it's a dream for any football player. But I'm happy in Manchester. I play there now, but we'll see what will happen in the future." That, for me, is disrespectful. I don't know how you're looking at it, but I do think that you shouldn't be saying that. You are a Manchester United player, and then talking about the future. It's a bit of a kick in the face to the fans, the loyal fans who buy your jerseys and love you and sing your name. It is a kick in the face. We all know Paul Pogba has his haters, and some Manchester United fans even don't like him. And I understand why he gets a bit of stick, because he goes out and does this. It is a kick in the face. It's a kick in the face to Manchester United. It's a kick in the face to the fans, to Ollie. He did say that he wants Ollie to stay and he's a great manager, but then he comes out and says that Real Madrid is a dream club. Now, Real Madrid have always been sniffing around Pogba. When he was at Juventus, they tried to sign him, and so did other big teams, but he went back to Manchester because that's where his heart was at. He wanted to go back home to Manchester because, as you know, he grew up kind of playing in the academy there, and he has a lot of friends there. Lingard, he knows all those guys since way back, so you can understand why he wanted to go back to Manchester United. I don't expect Paul Pogba to be a one club man. I know he was at Juventus, but I don't expect him to finish his career at Manchester United. But I do think that he should have a bit more respect to the club and just not talk about other clubs being dream clubs and stuff. Just keep silent. David De Gea has been linked with Real Madrid many times, and he doesn't say anything in the media. He just kind of leaves it, let it be. So for me, I think Paul Pogba needs to just tone it down with the media. I know he was asked a question, he was asked about Zidane and Real Madrid, but that doesn't mean you go on to say that it's a dream club, for any player and la 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 la. Say your piece, say the facts, but don't get emotional on it, and don't give the media what they want. If Paul Pogba wants to go to Real Madrid, that's fine. I can understand why. Real Madrid have a massive history. They won the Champions League 3 times in a row. And Zidane is an unreal coach, and he's back there now, and he's French. Paul Pogba's French. I can understand if he did want to go, but I just feel he goes about everything wrong. And also his manager, Mino Raiola, is the worst. I won't go into it, I won't call him names, but I hate that guy. I hate him. Paul Pogba has a massive ego, so does his agent, and these things aren't acceptable for other players to say, but these guys for some reason think that it's okay to say, and it really isn't. So let me know how you feel on the topic. As I said, I didn't really think too much about it yesterday. I wasn't getting annoyed about it, but the more I read about it, the more I hear it, it does annoy me very much. I just think that he always does this every international break. You don't hear other players really talking about other clubs like that. Now people are saying, oh, he only said Real Madrid are a great club and it's a dream to go to, but that isn't necessarily the case. He does it all the time. And talking about, well, who knows what's going to happen in the future. It's not innocent, and if you do think it's innocent, fair enough, that's your opinion, but it really isn't. Paul Pogba knows what he's doing. He knows, he has people advising him on what to say to the media and what not to say. Whether he's been told not to say anything about moving to other clubs, I don't know, but he does it anyway because Paul Pogba does what he wants, really. I just think why he had to go and talk about this now. As I said, he was asked a question, he did answer it, but he could have answered it differently. And now, you know, there's the rest of the season. When he comes back, he has a load of games before summer. You know, we don't know if we're going to get Champions League football. If we get Europa League football and Paul Pogba wants to go, I can understand it because he wants to be playing in the top leagues. But I still think it can be done a lot differently the way he goes on about it, and yeah. Now, at the end of the day, these players are in the public eye. They're constantly asked questions by the media, and sometimes you can be caught off guard, and I do understand that. But in this case, I do think it was a bit wrong of Paul Pogba to do that and to say that. But yeah, look, at least he's honest, I suppose. He could be sneaky and be doing things behind our backs, but I do think that this adds fuel to the fire. I do think that this kind of pushes it. And yeah, I don't like it. I really don't. And people have said that Paul Pogba, you know, should be Manchester United's captain and stuff. And then he goes and does these things, and then I realise why he's not. Because, you know, Paul Pogba is the man in his eyes, and that's it. He loves Manchester United. We know he does. But again, I think he wants to go on. He wants to be loved at other clubs. If he does go to Real Madrid, they're going to have to pay a lot of money for him. They really are. We got him for, what, 100 million? And that was before he won the World Cup. That was, you know, I think he's actually gotten better since we've bought him. So obviously inflation and blah, 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 blah. We should be getting, what, 200 million for him? More, maybe? A lot of people will probably say I'm crazy putting that price tag on him, but it's true. Players are going for a lot of money recently, and some players who, you know, Paul Pogba was said to be a ridiculous amount of money at 100 million. He's a World Cup winner now, and, you know, that comes at a price. So if Real Madrid want him, they're going to have to pay a lot of money. And supposedly they're wanting to get Neymar as well. I don't know how true that is. Then you have Mbappe and Eden Hazard. If they don't get Eden Hazard, they're actually after Anderson from West Ham. Anderson is quite a good player, and yeah, but I do think Eden Hazard will go to Real Madrid because this has been flirted with for a lot of years, and he's 29 now, so it's kind of now or never. I don't know if Real Madrid will go in for Pogba this summer. I hope not, because, you know, Paul Pogba is a massive player in our team when he actually does well and when he's having good form. But I do think if they do want him, they're going to have to pay a lot of money, and we need to pretty much focus on trying to replace him if he goes, because he would be a massive loss for us. He is our best player, and, you know, you may not agree, but I do think that he can completely change the game up. He is a brilliant player. In saying that, if Paul Pogba goes to Real Madrid, personally, I don't know how he's going to do, to be honest. As well, because of his inconsistency, I think the Real Madrid fans can be quite brutal, if I'm honest. You know, you have a few bad games and they're shouting at you, calling you "hijo de puta," you know, it's crazy. So I do think if Paul Pogba does go to Real Madrid, he's going to want to keep up that consistency and try and produce game in, game out, week in, week out, because if he's not, those fans will chew him up and spit him out. So yeah, now again, this could all be just ridiculous speculation, all fueled by the media and fueled by Pogba's big mouth. And I'm not saying that I don't like Pogba or anything. I'm actually very fond of the lad, and I think he's a great player. this has annoyed me, but I'm not going to let this change my opinion on him, and I still want him to be a Manchester United player, and I'm happy that he is. But at the end of the day, if his dream move is Real Madrid, if his dream move is to go to La Liga, then he should go. He should, because I don't want a player at the club who thinks that another club is a dream move. But that's my own opinion. I want to know your opinion. What do you think about Paul Pogba? Should he move to Real Madrid? Should he stay? Are the fans right to be angry at what he said to the media, or are we acting like a crazy jealous girlfriend? Me, however, I feel that what he said wasn't really acceptable, and I don't like it. It's not something that I think players should be doing. And I respect David De Gea so much more now, because he was in the height of this Real Madrid chat for a long, long time, and he never really bought into it. He never really made us feel that we should worry, and even though we should have. But he just kept quiet about it, continued to play his football, and yeah, so massive respect to the players who do that. Obviously it's not the same for everyone, but that's football, I suppose. Also, I got my hair done today, and yeah, I'm liking it. A bit of brightness for the summer. Anyway guys, if you're new to the channel, hit subscribe, drop a like on the video, and let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching.